What's up, you guys? If you are on the gram or on TikTok or any social media, you are seeing that the vibes are European summer. And me and the gang went to Europe and had a blast, so we figured we'd bring you guys along with us for a little Euro vacation recap. So if you guys saw my video of packing, I was packing for this European vacation. We were going to be in Europe for 10 days and kind of all over the place because it was a mix of fun and a mix of work here and there because Israel had some shows in Europe at the same time. So first things first, we had to fly from LAX to London's Heathrow Airport. Now, this is definitely a long flight, longer than ever is used to, and I gotta say, my baby was an angel. He arrived in London in, of course, a little Burberry fit, which I thought was super cute, and it was actually Lana's first time ever touching down in London town. Okay, let's try this again without getting yelled at.
By the customs lady.
First of all, Lana, your hair color, can we talk about this bomb beige blonde she's got going on?
Oh boy!
It's Lana's first time in London and Ever's first time in London. Me, Israel, Ever, and Lana came from LA to London, but Mariah was actually flying in from Nashville. So we all got together at the hotel, dropped off our things, and went for a late lunch at Bacchanalia. I'm pretty sure I'm saying this completely incorrectly, but I Googled it. I saw it on people's Instagrams that the place was a vibe, and I thought it was perfect for celebrating Israel's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. After our incredible lunch, we came back to the St. Pancras Hotel. If you know anything about London, St. Pancras is actually the hotel connected to the train station that you can take to multiple places, but we specifically had Mariah and Lana staying there because the next morning we were heading out to Paris. Meanwhile, I surprised my man with a little secret getaway to the 22, which is one of the most stunning hotels I've ever been to, and we got to go there and have a romantic evening, a romantic dinner, and it was absolute perfection. Fun fact, I did the walk of shame the next morning back to the St. Pancras, which is attached to the train station, and we got on the train to Paris. Fun fact, we actually missed our first train. I think the first one we were trying to get on was the 8 o'clock, the 8 a.m. And baby, the night was festive, okay? We missed the train. We ended up getting on one a bit later and making it to Paris. It's official, guys. We've arrived in Body.
What is body?
Body.
Come here.
Body.
Come here.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Guys,
Who's doing
Please don't go
tricks?
into detail, please. For
I was
the-
pulling
for my
tricks
sake.
out of my bag.
Which
For
bag?
my sake.
Bag.
All right.
We were in Paris for only 24 hours, and I'm gonna give you the rundown of everything we did. Obviously, we arrived via train, which is probably one of my favorite ways to get from London to Paris. When I studied in Paris, it was something that I would do on the weekends. If I felt like it, I'd be like, I think I just wanna go to London. And I'd get on the train, it's only like 2.5 hours. You chill, they actually serve you breakfast or lunch, and it's just a perfect time to like either scroll the gram, read a book. The views are beautiful, and I loved it. I thought Ever looked so cute in his little overalls on the train. Ever thoroughly enjoyed his commute from London to Paris. When we arrived in Paris, we checked into our hotel, and the first stop was L'Avenue. Now, this is definitely one of my favorite restaurants. When I got married in Paris, all of our guests, when they touched down, literally went and had a meal there because it's literally walking distance from the hotel where I got married, Plaza Athénée. And for me, it was just really special because obviously Paris holds a really, really special place in my heart. It's where Israel and I got engaged. It's also where we got married. And so to kind of do the same things that we did during that time with our baby boy was magical. Like, I was taking pics nonstop because I was just like, we have to remember this moment. It's Ever's first time in Paris, his first time at La Avenue, his first time at Plaza Athénée. This is crazy. I know this sounds so weird, but the smell is super nostalgic. Guys, this is where I came down. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is. Let's go this way so we can see the elevator where Lonnie's fixing my veil. It's down this way. Let's go.
Remember, all nervous. Remember Bo was nervous at first and then he just fell out?
Yeah, come look. Isn't it kind of weird?
Didn't we got your ring shine here.
Yeah, the morning of. Hello. And someone from Cartier had to come to the hotel because I couldn't get my love bracelets off.
Right.
So literally someone came from Cartier with the screw to take my love bracelets off because they would not come off. We got married in Le Salon Organza.
We got married in a fever, according to Johnny Cash.
Open it. Yeah, there it is. Holy crap. It looks
Wow, this
really
room
good.
looks tiny now.
This was where our ceremony was.
Absolutely was it, wasn't it?
This is wild. Do you know I talked to Lana the other day? And I literally said, I just want to go on record and tell everyone that I absolutely know that the song I walk down the aisle to is random and makes no sense for a wedding. I want everyone to know but it was sentimental to me because
You were the woman king. Let our king be lifted up.
no, but you know that's a random song to walk down the aisle to. Like, who walks down the aisle to Hosanna?
A woman king does.
No. Do you know who walks down the aisle to Hosanna? A girl who randomly put her ringer on her phone
For the last 10 years.
to that song for the last 10 years at this point, and I ended up marrying the guy that sang the song.
Woohoo!
So while it made
Keep
no
singing,
sense
kids.
to anyone,
Keep writing them songs.
while it made no sense to anyone, like, why is she coming down the aisle talking about
This is where the band was set up.
Hosanna in the highest?
This
Huh?
is where Andre and Chris Baker were set up.
Yeah,
And
the
Lucia
whole
and
thing
them
We should
sang.
do a dinner in here one day.
right?
Like
This
this.
is like,
For our 11th anniversary, we're coming back here. And we'll just do like a little,
we'll just do a dinner in here.
yeah, just a dinner and maybe a retrospect.
But this even doesn't look as big.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? That happened. That was right there.
Was there a dance floor?
Pizza came out of that door right there. Pizza baby,
Didn't
pizza
we
baby.
go up there and wave at our guests?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we did that for all the single ladies. Didn't I drop the?
You dropped something, you threw the thing from.
I threw my bouquet from up there. Did you know that?
I don't remember.
You were sitting over there
Who caught it? Julie?
with my dad and Rocal. Ravon. Ravon is the one that caught my bouquet that I threw from up there. And who got the
Garter?
the garter?
I want to say Georgie, but I think that's wrong.
I feel like you're right.
Guys, take your kids to where you got married. I think that it is such a beautiful experience to think about your love and see it in human form in front of you. Like, and be able to tell them stories about like why you chose this place and why it was important that this be where you got married, or whatever stories you have to tell. I know that Ever probably won't remember this time, but I've got the photos to show him, and I can't wait to keep taking him back and telling him more about our love story. After showing Ever Plaza Athénée, we headed on over to the Eiffel Tower. I love that everything is walking distance. I definitely recommend wearing a comfortable shoe. If you're like me and 4'11" and you refuse to wear flats, I wore these incredible Chanel shoes, but I have to be honest, they were really comfortable. And so we walked all the way to the Eiffel Tower. And this is where Ever got to meet Mickey Mouse. I've been showing him Mickey Jr., the clubhouse on TV, and we've always joked that he smiles like Mickey. So when he saw Mickey Mouse, he was so excited. It's the toes pointing for me in the photo that I got, his little toes. He's just full of excitement, and we made sure that he rode the carousel right in front of the Eiffel Tower, which for me was really, really memorable because that's where Israel and I took one of my favorite wedding photos. So we tried to recreate it. Here it is. Another must while in Paris is definitely checking out Hotel Costas. So we ended up going back to our hotel, changing our clothes. If you know me on vacation, I'm like, do it for the gram, not just do it for the gram, but this is a moment to dress up, look fly, look fierce. I love dressing up for my husband. I love feeling sexy for myself. And this is definitely one of those sexier venues, sexier dinner spots. And I was like, we are coming through with a little Dolce & Gabbana, a little vintage vibes. And so we all got dressed up and went to Hotel Costas for an incredible dinner, absolutely delicious food. And just a heads up, we pretty much had the same meal twice that day because Le Avenue and Hotel Costas are actually owned by the same company and they have a very similar menu, but because we love that menu so much, it didn't bother us. But this is for your information, FYI, so that you don't get there and you're like, this girl had me eating the same meal twice. So that's just a heads up, guys. It didn't bother us. We are obsessed with the Tom Yum sea bass. It's absolutely incredible. So we were all good. Along with that, even if you have like a very late reservation for dinner, I don't know why, but the sun is out till very late in Europe. Like literally it was 9 o'clock at night when I took these pictures while heading to dinner and the sun was fully out. It was 9 o'clock at night. I think our dinner reservation was for like 9:30. And we ended up staying there till about midnight and heading right back to the hotel because the next morning we were on our way to Ibiza, also known as Ibiza. One of the things I love about traveling in Europe is how inexpensive the flights are within Europe. Like, I'm so grateful for this because yes, you spend a lot of money actually getting there, but once you're there, there's so many modes of transportation from different train rides. Like, I think there's a train ride from Paris to Saint-Tropez, super easy, and again, a lot more affordable than flights in the States. So we ended up flying to Ibiza. It was a very short flight. I wanna say it was like an hour, not even. That was a very quick flight. It was traumatic for Lana though, because here's what happened when we got out of the car and arrived at the airport. Lana can't find her phone.
Girl, check the location. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, what?
Check my location.
She can't find her phone. She's not very responsible.
Oh, maybe it's under here.
Lana left her phone in the car. I'm literally on the app watching her phone drive away from us. And at the same time, we're like, but we're not gonna miss our flight. Like, I personally believe that it was a sign from God that she actually, for once in her life, needed to stop working, take a breather, put her phone away, and live in the moment, which she did for the next 3 days because she did not get that phone back for like 72 hours. When we arrived in Ibiza, we definitely wanted to experience an incredible paella. So we had an awesome woman who worked to kind of plan our itinerary for the 5 days that we were gonna be there, and she was the best. So Sara definitely recommended that we go to this amazing beach spot that served a huge, incredible paella, and it was just perfection. Now, while the weather wasn't exactly perfect, we definitely had some rainy days. I just think we needed some downtime. We just needed a moment to exhale, and Ibiza was absolutely perfect for that. Before going there, I think a lot of people have this concept that Ibiza is just giving uns, DJ parties and drugs. That is not the only thing done in Ibiza. I actually think it's a really family-friendly place. It's absolutely stunning. and they've got incredible food. Lana will completely agree with me. She says that a spot we went to called Jandal had the best food. I'm not gonna lie, I have to agree with her. I had a lobster there that hands down was the best lobster I've ever had in my life. And oh my God, those pastries, the dessert, the iced coffees that they brought you. It's amazing. Lana wants to go on her honeymoon in Ibiza. And she wants to say it like that the whole time she's in her honeymoon. She's gonna be like, baby, I'm so glad we came to Ibiza. And we had the best time. We love a good beach club where you're pretty much, you have these lawn chairs, like your beach chairs. You get to just hang out while on the beach. Like people are like, okay, well, what did you do? We relaxed, we laughed, we chatted, we talked, we ate, we drank. Like it was absolute perfection. I think that I am the worst vlogger of all time because it's kind of hard to vlog a vacation when you're trying to be present and in the moment and not be on your phone. So this is where things started getting weird and I forgot that we were vlogging for this channel.
And we were missing a phone.
Oh, yeah, and Lana didn't have a phone to capture any footage on, so there was that. Even though we did give you our other phone, our emergency phone, you had a phone. It's not like you didn't have any phone. She had a phone, it just wasn't her phone. Day 3, another day, another beach club, another dope spot, another amazing meal at a place called Amante, which I highly recommend. The views are stunning, the drinks were incredible, the food was bomb. And again, you don't rush in these places, which I think is really special. Culturally, they just move at a slower pace and you just get to chill. Like a meal is not like, hi, order, get your food and leave. It is an experience, and I absolutely loved that. After Amante, we did a bit of shopping. We had so much fun. I ended up going into that store Kiko and getting like an eyebrow pencil that I really needed, picking up a very shishi fufu bathing suit that was giving Romy and Michelle take Ibiza. And the next day we again went to another beach club and had so much fun. When I say had so much fun, me and Mariah went into the ocean and were covered with that stuff. I don't know what that was, but it was called Amante as well. It was another Amante beach club. It was by the same owners, but called something else. I can't remember what it was called, but it was our first time getting in the ocean and it was not what we expected. That was a little weird. We literally had like stuff all over us.
Seafood? Or
It was like wood. Like,
You guys should have seen them. I said I've never seen two people look so dumb in my life. They came out of the ocean. They went in cute.
we
Did you
came
guys
out
photo shoot?
covered
And
in.
I literally was looking at them like, what happened?
It also was a nude beach. So heads up if you see people topless or nude on beaches in Ibiza. It's a vibe. It's a way of life. It didn't bother me. Did it bother you that people were like naked?
No, at first I thought the girl was wearing like a tan bathing suit. Then everyone goes, no, she's naked. And I was like, first of all, don't look. Second of all, oh my God. Like, it's the first time I've ever seen something like that. So,
Lana was shocked, people. Shock and awe. Shock and awe. The next day, we were heading to Formentera. So this is a boat ride. And guys, if you know anything about me, if we go on vacation, a boat ride is always necessary. One of my favorite things to do is to get on a boat and just chill, listen to music, drink rosé, have a good time. And that, my friends, is exactly what we did.
Cada día doy las gracias a esta vida. Cada día me nace nueva melodía.
Woo! Did I mention we drank rosé? Because we had a great time. I definitely was tipsy. I was cracking up. Lana was tipsy. The conversations got really interesting. We ended up making friends at the spot we went to go eat at. We played Cheetah Girls, the whole album, on the ride home. I'm talking like there was a boat on Formentera, full on like bouncing with the parties just begun, and I may or may not have broke out in choreography. We were having a ball. Then it got cold. And the wind, while you're wet and wrapped up while the boat was going, the three of us, me, Lana, and Mariah, were literally burritoed together, holding on to each other, shaking, freezing, because it was becoming nighttime. Then we went and tried McDonald's Ibiza, which sounds like the most American thing to do in life. But Israel and Mariah had gone shopping, and they were going and looking at stores, and me and Lana just hate shopping. So we stayed with the baby, and we were like, we saw the Golden Arches in the distance, and they were calling our name. So the first time ever had a McDonald's French fry was in Ibiza. That was hands down the wildest day on vacay, and it was actually our last day in Ibiza because the next morning we got up and went to Madrid. After landing in Madrid, we actually ended up going straight to a sound check because we were there for an Israel and New Breed concert, and you guys know it's my favorite thing to be a part of New Breed, so it was so awesome arriving at the hotel and just seeing all of our family literally across the world in a completely different country. And the fun began. The night was absolutely incredible. It was a night of worship, and we had an awesome time. After Madrid, Israel and New Breed's next stop was Denmark, and baby, I was tapped out. I was so exhausted. Obviously, traveling with a baby and also performing was a lot, but I'm super, super grateful that we travel with people like Lana and Mariah and just our whole New Breed fam that pitches in to help us out. But we don't have a nanny, so I was really, really exhausted. And so I asked Israel if we could kind of just beeline it straight to London. And I love my husband. He actually flew with us to London so that we could spend the day off just resting. And that's what I did while the rest of the team headed on over to Denmark. After my day off, it was time to reunite with the gang for Big Church Day, which is an incredible worship festival in London. Super fun, and you guys have got to check out this video of how the whole crew arrived.
Everyone point at Israel in the video, okay?
We are here, Big Church Day out. Israel here, my group. Our brother, he got us here safe and sound. We're appreciative. He looked me up on YouTube, saw I have 5.3 million views, and was like, man, he had to get a picture with Israel and New Breed. So I'm glad we were able to
make that happen.
Thank you, Marcel.
I am so glad that we pretty much ended our European vacation with Big Church Day Out. It was such a special night, hanging with friends and seeing so many other incredible artists that are worship leaders and Christian recording artists, and it was just a really dope experience. One of the awesome things about Big Church Day Out is that you actually get to stay in this historic, stunning castle. So literally everybody had like a room in the castle that they were staying in, and it was just a very special night. Israel and New Breed performed, and so many other incredible worship leaders and Christian artists, and we made new friends, and I really love that that's how our European vacation ended. From there, Israel actually went on to have other shows, but it was time for me to get back to work at E! News. So me, Lana, and Ever James ended up flying together, just the three of us, coming back to Los Angeles, and we had a perfect flight. I was definitely overwhelmed with gratitude on the way home that I got to show my baby the world, and that I was making memories that I had prayed for so many years. And it was just really, really special, and you guys got to check out this footage. I look absolutely hideous, but here I am bawling on the plane.
So we are on the way home, and I'm here crying.
Well, guys, that was our hashtag European summer, and we absolutely loved it. Guys, there's some footage that I need you to see that I'm gonna leave you with because I asked Lana to hold my baby while I just went to the bathroom. How long is that flight from LA to London? London back to LA. It's like 12 hours, right? On this 12-hour flight, I asked Lana to hold my baby so I could use the restroom because he was kind of asleep. My baby's the best and sleeps the whole flight. When I came back, this is what I saw. Yo, I asked Lana to watch my baby while I go to the bathroom for 2 seconds. And this is what I come back to. Why? Why are you laying? Why are you? What? What is happening? I said just hold him for 2 seconds. Let me know if you guys want to see us vlog our next vacation, and I say that like actually vlogging it because we did an absolutely terrible job this time around, but fingers crossed, I'm getting better at this. I love you guys. Mwah, besitos. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button up top so that you're notified every time there's a new episode of Love Always Adrian.